Good day, people. Hope you're doing well. Now, it is April 25th, 2023. We're still waiting for the Paris 2023 stickers to appear, and I realised last night I should probably make a video demonstrating to all of you how you can figure out what prices you might want to offer for the new stickers. Basically, we have absolutely no idea what these new stickers are going to look like, based on glitters, the hollows, and of course the golds, you name it. We don't have a clue until we're teased. At the very least, teased from the Twitter. So always keep an eye on this over the course of the few days before the actual tournament begins, because, you know, we have absolutely no idea when the actual content will be released. But we can at the very least be prepared. And we'll talk about that in a second. So what we're going to go through is we're going to go look at some examples, some two great examples for stickers based on demand. You know, some stickers were very in demand before, some not so much. And we can work and figure out what prices we might want to offer based on the types of stickers that could potentially be released. Now, everything we learn from this can be applicable for future majors in the future. This is all about buy orders. Just to be specific, short-term buy orders and long-term buy orders. Whichever one you might want to focus on, it doesn't matter. We're going to talk about both, and we're going to try our best to figure out what prices are best based on the types of stickers we potentially might see. Sounds good? Right then. So, as we have said, we have not seen these stickers released yet. You will want to constantly be prepared, or, you know, make sure that you have time to make sure that you are prepared for the release of the stickers. Now, on average, it tends to be we get a bit of a teaser on the Twitter around 11 o'clock to midnight based on the UK time, because that's what I can remember from the past few majors. They tend to tease at around 11 o'clock to midnight, and then about 30 or so minutes later, then they will release the actual stickers. So we'll see maybe one or two stickers being teased on the Twitter, and then we'll get a good idea of what the stickers will look like, and then we can start immediately we'll immediately know what prices we might want to offer based on what we're going to go figure out in this video. So let's go ahead and sort that out right now. A good example to work with is Natus Vincere, because they've been in every single tournament, and that's good to work with. But more specifically, I want to use stickers that have come out fairly recently, and we have two very good examples for stickers based on demand. We have Antwerp and we have Rio. Now, Antwerp, as we can see right here, is currently selling for the hollow stickers, to be precise. This is currently selling for $12.44. Now, everything we're going to talk about here can be applied to every single sticker in the game, but it's mainly for teams that have already had stickers before. But at the very least, stickers that have had similar colour schemes and whatnot, you could probably apply to newer skins, like Monte right here. They've never had stickers before, but we could probably look at the likes of some bright blue stickers that have appeared in the past. So, back to here. Let's go take a look at a comparison between Natus Vincere Hollow for Antwerp and Rio, because as you can immediately notice, this doesn't have that much of a border, and this has a very noticeable border. And we're going to kind of understand the context behind what was going on with the Antwerp stickers and what was going on with Rio. So let's start off with the Antwerp Hollow for Natus Vincere. Please understand, Antwerp came after Stockholm, and the very second that we saw the stickers being teased, everyone was like, oh no, we've got borderless again, in a joking way, because when we got the Stockholm stickers, everybody was super hyped up. For the first time in a long time, we had stickers that had hardly any borders, and loads of people got super hyped up with Stockholm. A very nice amount were bought, but afterwards, they just kept going up and up and up in price. People realised, okay, it's limited, I guess I should buy out everything now. But when we saw Antwerp, a lot of people got deflated, because a lot of the stickers, and it's probably because it was also organised by PGL. PGL was organising Stockholm and Antwerp. The stickers were very similar, so you might notice as we go down and look into the past, we care about looking at during when the tournament was played. So the tournament was like between the beginning of May to the end of May, and yeah, ends around here. So Natus, they started off, this hollow sticker was selling between $5 to $6. Natus were doing quite all right during this tournament, weren't they? But then they lost and went down in price. So please remember that specific thing. When the team usually loses during the tournament, their stickers tend to go down in price pretty quickly. So keep that in mind. But if they're a fairly reliable team, they will hold their value quite nicely. If they do very nicely in the tournament, their stickers might go up in price. But on average, it looks as if this sticker was selling between $5 to $6 during the first few weeks, a couple weeks or so. And then, of course, they lost and So from what we can see here, if we do see another sticker with not much of a border, for the hollow native sincere sticker, at the very least, we could probably sit here and say, if we want to do a short-term buy order, you could probably offer $3 to $4. And every single one that you buy, you could sell for an instant quick profit, and I'm pretty sure that sounds quite appealing to you. But please don't forget, please do not forget that if you are going to be doing the short term, you have to monitor your buy orders every single day. You have to constantly keep an eye on them because, it's these sticker prices could easily go down in price based on the performances that teams are currently putting in and whatnot, if that makes sense. So, yeah. So from what we can see here, $5 to $6, we could probably do 3 to 4, and you'll be able to sell them instantly and get a quick profit, and that sounds appealing. But then when we look at the likes of the long term, so when the discount comes out and how it behaves afterwards, you can clearly see it goes down. I'd say the lowest point is around here. So the lowest point for this Antwerp Native Sincere Hollow was about $1.20, $1.30. So it got a lot lower than $5. So if you care about the long term, and looking at this for a sticker that looks like this, I would sit here and say, at the very least, maybe a nice, comfortable. You could probably do $1. $1 would be perfectly fine in this instance. But what we also need to do is we also need to give you the added background information in regard to this, because with Antwerp appearing after Stockholm, people thought the Antwerp sticker capsules and stickers themselves were going to perform exactly like Stockholm. And, well, I can just show you a lovely picture for how I looked or felt like after Antwerp, because preparing for a CSGO major, you might remember the very silly picture of me, the Antwerp aftermath. I thought I struggled. I thought I made a big mistake for the prices I offered for all of the Antwerp content I had, because what basically happened is tons and tons and tons of capsules were bought and opened during Antwerp Major because it was very in demand. This is something that you must be aware of. A sticker, a bunch of a CSGO content, or rather major content that's very in demand, will have a whole lot more people wanting to buy it and open it, and that means a whole lot more stickers appearing on the Steam market. Makes sense? So this is very likely the reason why this went as low as about $1.30. So do keep that in mind, all right? That is an added bit of context. But at the very least, what we should also point out is, I already mentioned it, so CS2 Major March 2024, we're not having another Counter-Strike Major until March 2024. We're not going to have another Major for another 10 months after this Paris 2023 Major. And I have reason to believe, because of that, and technically speaking, this is the last CSGO Major, a lot of people are probably going to buy a ton of capsules. So please keep that in mind. By default, we might see a ton of capsules being bought, and of course, people are still hyped up for Counter-Strike Source 2. Yes. Where is it? Give me the link. Show me the link. So we are getting the proper release of the Source 2 for public for everybody in the summer. No specific date has been set. But at the very least, ever since we had the beta release for us, the sticker prices, skins, you name it, they all shot up in price ridiculously, didn't they? So at the very least, a lot of people are probably thinking, you know what? I'm fully confident, this is just me in a joking way, I'm fully confident that all these sticker prices will easily go back up in price when Source 2 comes out. A lot of people probably will be thinking like that. A lot of people will be aware of this. So I have reason to believe, by default, we might see behaviour exactly like Antwerp. So, if the stickers are fairly okay in terms of appearance, based on these two added things, I feel like we might see the exact same behaviour based on the long term for prices. So please keep that in mind. That was a bit of a talk, but yeah. Now we can take a look at the likes of the Rio Hollow sticker. Now, this wasn't as appealing. First of all, when people first looked at it, people weren't as impressed, We just had borderless, and now we've got a big fat border. Now, some of the stickers, team stickers, autograph stickers, you name it, some of them did look quite alright with a border, quite a lot of them didn't. So we can now go ahead and see how this looked during the short term. So let's go to the short term. During the tournament, here we are. Very nice. So this actually came out like it was 10 days before the beginning of the tournament. So what we can see here is the sticker. It initially was selling for around $3, and then went up to about $4, $5, and then it just kind of sat around $4 to $5 during the beginning part, and then, Native Sincere got knocked out, and then down in price. So always remember, when they're knocked out, down in price. So yeah, all good. You understand that. So it seems to be about $4 to $5 here. This was a sticker that didn't have as much appeal compared to the Antwerp one, but it's still set at around $4 to $5 in the short term. So at the very least now, based on what we've learned from here, if we see the Paris 2023 Natives Vincere Holo, what have we learned? In the short term, whether it's good or bad, it's probably going to sit at around $4 to $5. So maybe for a short-term buy order, you probably want to offer like $3 or so, because every one that you buy, you can instantly sell and get a quick profit. Does that make sense now? Do you understand what we just did? What we did here can be applied to every single sticker that's, for every team that has had a sticker here before, we could go to the past and see how they performed initially. But I would sit here and say, look at the major tournaments that have happened fairly recently within the past 2 or 3 years, basically as far back as Stockholm, if you can, because that's probably going to be the better indication based on how people are currently reacting in current times. So, yeah, that's for the short term. We can sit here and say, from what we've gathered and learned, a Natives Vincere Holo very likely will be selling between $4 to $5 in the short term for Paris 2023. All good? What about the long term? So, let's also remember what happened with the likes of Rio. People weren't as impressed with the Rio stickers, so the capsules weren't bought that much. And with that, the capsules weren't opened that much. There wasn't as many stickers on the Steam market. So the low point of this was, even then, this was sitting at around 80 cents. So it wasn't opened as much, but the price still went down very cheaply. So in the long term, this did suffer. In terms of its price. But when we got the announcement of the Source 2 beta, this shot up to about $4 or $5. In fact, its peak was about $7 to $8. So, yeah, regardless, these new stickers that we will see for all of these very likely will be comfortably cruising up in price when the actual public release of the Source 2 comes out. And this is why I'm a little bit cautious that we're going to have a ton of capsules bought and then we're going to have the prices. We can only try our best to figure out what potentially might be the best prices to offer. All right? Nothing is 100% guaranteed. But if you can try and figure out all the context, you at the very least will have some form of preparation, and it's better to walk in with some sort of plan rather than nothing and winging it. All right? Does that make sense? Sorry if this isn't super clear, but from what we're doing here, can be applied to most other stickers. All right. Now, there's also autographs. There's also gold stickers. Gold stickers isn't too hard. Like, for example, all you got to do is just type gold here, and you go over here and you type gold here. So what we'll do is we'll take a look at the gold stickers first, and then we're going to take a look at the autograph stickers afterwards. So, yeah. Here's Natives Vincere Gold for Antwerp 2022. Right now, the sticker is selling for $21. And here is the Rio Gold sticker. And right now, this is selling for $23.6. So, let's just scroll down. As we can see here, this is borderless. This has a border. Does it really matter that much? Well, we'll go see. So, the initial price for the Natives Vincere Gold sticker, right, so straight off the bat it was selling for around $35, rose up to about $60, and then tournament ended, went down. So it looks like maybe a $20-$30 buy order might be perfectly fine. Honestly, if you want to play it safe, do like $15 to $20. So $15 to $20 buy order seems to be perfectly fine based from what we can see here for a gold sticker that might look like this for Natives Vincere. But in the long term, how cheap did it get? Because of course the capsules were bought out and opened a whole bunch. Seems to be the lowest point here was around $5. All right. So long term, $5. Short term, $15 to $20. I'd sit there and say, okay, cool. So we've learned that. We just went and learned from the past. That's what we can see from this. Let's go take a look at the Natives Vincere Rio gold sticker. Now, this has a border, but it's not too bad, is it? It's not that bad. So let's just scroll down and let's go see the short term for this. And then during the short term, what do we see? This immediately shoots up to about $30 to $40. Wow. Well, there you go. So by default, $15 to $20 for a new Natives Vincere gold sticker, regardless for how it looks to be the perfect buy order. Safe enough, but still relatively high enough that you're very likely still going to manage to buy one of the stickers and then sell it for a quick profit instantly. But please don't forget, if they potentially lose and get knocked out of the tournament, their sticker prices will go down. And of course, you've got to be aware of when the discount potentially might come out. So here we go. Let's go take a look and see what price it was selling for during the long term. And hey, probably because it wasn't opened as much during Rio, the sticker capsules, the lowest point this reached was about $7 to $8, it seems. There you go. So, yeah, it looks as if gold team stickers don't matter too much based on whether they have borders or not. So as long as it looks gold and shiny, people don't care. So we got a good idea for the short-term buy order price and the long-term buy order price for a new gold Native Sincere sticker. We've learned this. Now you've got to go ahead and look in the past for other, all of these and see if they've had stickers before and get a good idea. Yes, some teams haven't had stickers before, but at the very least, with a lot of fairly similar designs in the past for stickers that didn't have a lot of colour and whatnot, they weren't very in demand. Like for these types of stickers here, go look at Evil Geniuses, and you'll get a very easy idea of what prices these might end up at. Make sense? All right, so let's go take a look at the likes of simple holo stickers. Yes, simple usually is the most popular, most in-demand sticker to be bought. So this is a very nice thing to learn from. Seems I didn't get this thing. Okay, so we're going to go... I don't want Stockholm. I want Antwerp and Rio. So yes, basically everything that we just did for those Native Sincere stickers, we can now do for autograph stickers. So if they have played in Antwerp and Rio, for example, we can try our best to learn based on what the stickers look like for the autograph stickers. Antwerp was, of course, fairly borderless. And then over here we have a big fat border. So let's just scroll down, take a look at the short term. And what do we see for the short term? Oh, wow. Seems Mr. Simple was playing rather well during the tournament because his price just went up. Initially, this was selling between, looks to be about $20. Okay, so this started off about $18, started to rise up, and then it went up to about $30, and it shot up here to about $50, and then it went down in price when the tournament ended. So at the very least, it seems to be on average, this was selling for around $30. This is the simple holo sticker right there. So that's your short term. Then we're going to go to take a look at the long term. How cheap did it get? At its lowest point, this was selling for around... This looks like it's selling for around $7 to $8. So we've learned this. This seems to be the low point, the absolute low point. So yep, we got a good idea. So we've got the short term, we got the long term. This is for a sticker or autograph sticker that looks like this for holo. Let's now go take a look at the likes of the Rio one. So, yep, this has a big fat border. Does it really look nice with that? I can't tell. It's up to you. It's in the eye beholder. But, with the current price right here, I have reason to believe people like the Antwerp more. But hey, still, it's a very nice price, isn't it? So let's go see what the price was like during the short term. And wow. Okay, so that's pretty impressive, isn't it? Initially, this was immediately selling for like $30 to $40. Like, whoop, boom. So for a simple holo sticker, it looks to be $15 to $20 again. Seems to be the perfectly fine buy order put down. But for the short term, all right, that's what we see. So regardless, a simple holo for Paris 2023 is looking to be a pretty good buy order put down because, that's fine. We got the idea now. We got the idea that it doesn't matter too much. A simple $15 to $20 buy order should be fine, successful, and a great profit to have if you manage to buy some at those prices. And then we go to the long term, so we go to over here. What was the lowest price that we could see after the discount? And this went as low as about $4 each. So, yeah. Short term, $15 to $20. Long term, about $4 there. And that's for a holo sticker, a holo simple autograph sticker with a border. Does that make sense? Everything that we just did there, did that make sense to you? I hope it did, and you should be able to apply that to other players that have had stickers before in the previous two tournaments. Hey, if they didn't make it to Antwerp, you can use Stockholm if you can. And I'm very sorry in regards to the newer teams that haven't had stickers before, but as I said, in regards to team logos that are just black and white, people don't really care much for them. If they're like GL and you could probably make some jokey crafts with them, then yeah, that would probably do better. But yeah, just keep that in mind. You can learn from the past. Go look at all previous prices for doll stickers. Go look at prices for stickers that have been mainstays, and you will gradually get a good idea of what prices are best to put down based on your, what strategy you want to put in. Now, please don't forget, you also need to make sure that you have enough money. Please also make sure that you've got your money figured out based on buy order limit. So I have £1,691 times 10 would be £16,910. Take away my total buy order amount on this specific account, so that's 13,270. And I've got the math already figured out over here. So 16,910 take away 13,270 equals 3,640. And that right there is my buy order limit. That's the amount of money I'm able to offer with buy orders. So yeah, please consider watching my, if I go over to here, so I'm going to go back again. It's my most popular video. It is the Steam Community Market buy orders and how to profit from them. If you watch Chapter 5, that'll properly introduce you into figuring out what buy order limits are and whatnot, and you'll get a good idea of how you can properly prepare yourself in regards to your finances. Also, please do not forget, we also need to keep your links nice and ready. So if you're using a extension like Session Buddy, it's helpful. You might just bookmark everything. Please also don't forget to have a VPN ready and available just in case, because you're very likely going to get the request issue happening. You might need to turn off any extensions that you have that interact with Steam during the whole process, because they're going to constantly be requesting information from Steam, and Steam's going to be upset with you, and then it's going to give you the request issue. So yeah, so that was just a nice little highlight, a big scream at you to get a good idea of what you can do in regards to preparing yourself a little bit more. When will these stickers appear? It's very likely to be the 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th, not the weekend. We don't have updates on the weekend. It could also be the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, or 5th. I have reason to believe it might be next week during the first week of May because, well, we had a certain something appear last night, didn't we? Yeah, that randomly appeared. Most likely because we haven't had the Nubis collection out already. They had to get the normal collection out before the souvenir collection was introduced with the souvenir packages. So, yeah, because this was released last night, it's a big guess, but I think the stickers here won't be appearing until next week now. So I reckon we're probably not going to see it until the beginning of May. That's just a guess. I still would sit here and say, make sure that you are readily and available to do the buy orders just in case during this week. May 8th is the beginning of the tournament. Hopefully we will see them soon, but it's very likely probably going to be next week now. So, yeah, we have absolutely no idea what they're going to look like. We have absolutely no idea when they're going to come out. We only have a deadline, and that is the start of the tournament. So they have to come out during one of these days. But which one will it be? Doesn't matter. So as long as you are reasonably prepared, you should be all right. You just got to keep an eye on this Twitter for the teasers. And yeah, hopefully this was helpful. I really do hope. I went on a bit of a ramble, but all the information was there. Let's hopefully see if that worked out for you, all right? And everything that we learn from here can be applied to future tournaments for future content. Have a lovely day. Best of luck to all of you, and remember, you might not be the fastest, but being fast enough is good enough, all right? Just hold on to those buy orders, and in good time, you'll see the rewards. And if it's a short-term buy order, remember, you've got to constantly monitor it. You might have to close them down. You might have to, remove them because prices might get cheap. So, yeah, you get the idea. All right, good. Catch ya. Bye.